It's too early for this. It's too early. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We started the video off playing some basketball this morning. Usually I'm not one to wake up real early to work out or play basketball, so this was definitely a first, but we got some good running. Hope you guys like the clips. It was me and my brother. But today we're gonna be working on the S2000. Unfortunately, after it's been sitting in the driveway for a little bit, I found a small little leak. This wasn't like your normal oil leak. Usually with oil leaks, it kind of like drips on the concrete. It'll stay there and then it'll like stain. And the only way to really remove it is to use like cat litter and all that stuff like that. But for some reason with this leak, it would drip. Halfway through the day, it would be gone. And I was like, okay. So I thought it was coolant, not coolant. I thought it was like, you know, maybe it's leaking oils from the engine bay, I don't know. Got the car in the garage, jacked it up, and I went under the car, and it's actually leaking from the transmission, which is something that I did not want to hear or see from the car, which sucks. It's not like a big leak, but it's there. I wiped everything down. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it only happens when the car is like warm, I drive it long, or whatnot. But let me go into the car and let me show you guys exactly where the leak is coming from. So to give you guys some context, this is the transmission right here. And then you got like the engine bay like right here, strut bar. But it is leaking from like this vicinity right here. I don't know what like this piece of the transmission is. This line looks wet and this rubber piece has a little bit of oil on it as well. So I don't know what that is. I think the transmission drain plug is this guy, or I think it's in this vicinity. It's either this one or this one. So I don't think it's leaking from the drain plug. And I was trying to find what this particular piece is or what this does, but it's leaking from there. Wiped it as best as I could, but it still has, you know, that shiny little oil look, sleek look to it, which is not something that I want or hope that is that bad. So what I was hoping from you guys is, for those of you who are familiar with the S2000 platform, or you've had an S2000 before and you guys have dealt with this issue before, can you guys let me know what that piece is and if it's bad? The first car I ever had was a Honda Prelude, and the transmission was going on that. So I don't know what it is with me and Hondas and transmissions, but this is the same case as the Prelude. I have no idea what the transmission. The shop that I usually take it to, if I can't figure out something, doesn't do a transmission. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to say that I'm SOL, but kind of seems like it. So after doing some digging on the forums, I think I figured it out. Let me go back into the car so I can show you guys. On the forum post that I was looking on, in the YouTube video that I was looking on, this looks like it's the clutch slave cylinder. Don't know what it does, don't know the concept of it, but that's what this piece is. If you guys are hosing me for not knowing what it is, I am learning on the way, which is the point of this YouTube channel. And so you guys can teach me what the hell this is. I believe I would have to replace this. In the video that I watched, the dude's clutch slave cylinder was actually like super clean. He replaced it because he just wanted to replace it. I was like, all right, you know, that looks simple enough. But do you guys, for those of you who have experienced issues or leaking from this area, is this like detrimental to like, you know, not replace? Of course I'm gonna replace it, but like, is this detrimental to the car? Like if I continue to drive it to like, you know, get groceries or get boba or go to the gym, go to work, stuff like that, if I don't end up replacing it for like the next week or two, is it detrimental to the transmission? I would love your guys' input on this. And if it is detrimental, or if it is like, you know, something that is the problem, like, is this an easy fix? Is this something that I have to, like, I don't have to worry about? Like, I should be good once I replace it? Or are there other things that I should do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? I would love your guys' input. You would expect, you know, with used cars that you buy like this, you would have to expect issues and stuff like this to happen. But bro, come on. Okay, so as I'm watching this YouTube video, this is the transmission. The angle that this dude's in is, I don't want to say the best angle, but it's gonna do. So this is the line that is underneath the car, and this is the clutch slave cylinder. As you can see, this is silver. It looks exactly like the transmission. The one under my car is black. It just doesn't even look good. It doesn't even look similar to this. My guess and my assumption is that this is the one that is leaking. Okay, scratch that. As I was looking for the clutch slave cylinder piece, it looks like for the 2000 to 2003, there are ones that are black. So maybe it's not just this one that looks black, maybe it's just the piece itself. But it does look like it's leaking oil, and it does look like it has a lot of it on it. What I'm probably gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna have to replace it. I'm not gonna order the part just yet. I'm gonna wait for your guys' feedback and your guys' input to let me know like good ones to order, if it is something that I have to replace and stuff like that. And then once I get all the parts in, I'll go ahead and just do an install video showing you guys how to do it. I think this will just help everyone. And for someone who is learning how to do this stuff, it's gonna be a learning process for all of us. Once this is done, then I'll have a more ease of mind, just making sure that everything is good, there's no leaks and stuff like that. But for those of you who haven't seen it, the engine bay is pretty much stock. And this is something that I can, you know, learn off of because there's no modifications or anything done to this like that. And this is a way for me to, you know, start from scratch. If I want to do anything to the engine bay, this is a good spot to start with. And, you know, this is something I was looking for. But yeah, once we get the slave cylinder replaced, we'll go ahead and just, you know, make sure all the maintenance things are done. For those of you who have stuck with the channel for so long, if you compare like my first video to my last video, it still sucks. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best. I'm not saying that I'm like the guy you should go to, but I'm learning. And I think this should be a lesson for all of you guys who, you know, want to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter where you are at. Like, you can have no knowledge at all and still start a YouTube channel and still be successful. My thing is, just as long as you stick with it and you're consistent with wanting to build and wanting to learn video from video and just be able to grow like your knowledge and like your skills, quote unquote, then you'll be successful. That's gonna be like my motivational spiel for the video. But let me go ahead, make sure everything is wiped down and good to go, and I'll bring it down to the floor. So that's what you guys saw me in a cutoff. I usually don't wear cutoffs when I'm recording these videos, but it is what it is. I don't know what today has in store. I think I might end up hitting the gym again later just to lift. So we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, I'm gonna show you guys, and you guys are gonna come along with the ride. It's just a normal Wednesday. It's just a normal Wednesday. Oh, it feels good to be back. Ooh, yeah. Always feels good to be back. Always feels good to be back and all reliable. My main squeeze. That is tough. That is so tough. Workout is finished. Just a quick back and arms day, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go home, eat some food, and get ready for bed, because it's been a long day. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long day. Hi. Gang. Alright, y'all, I'm absolutely exhausted, but this is where we're gonna end today's video. I don't know why this camera's not focusing on my face, but any help on, you know, what the leak could be is much appreciated. So if you guys could leave a comment down below just letting me know, like, yeah dude, just replace the clutch slave cylinder or the slave clutch cylinder, and you should be good to go, then I'll be good. If you guys are excited for the S2000 build, you know, it's a little bump in the road, but we'll get things later down the line. Definitely subscribe to the channel down below. And until the next video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.